It will be a very, let's say, brief presentation about the building a probability-based online panel in the Czech Republic at our institute. So thank you. So very briefly, it will be about our institute and about the steps we have done so far. So the next slide. Public Opinion Research Center, just a brief introduction of our center, is a research department based at the Institute of Sociology of the Czech Academy of Sciences. It is a public research institution, so the main goal of our institution is to conduct basic research. However, we are a department which is focused on the data collection, on the empirical research, and also applied research. So we have a huge research project named Our Society, which is a project that we have been working on last 35 years, and the project is basically it's based on surveying Czech population about the political, economic issues and other general social issues, and till the COVID-19 pandemic, it was approximately 10 surveys a year. Now it's about 5 surveys a year. All the surveys are conducted face-to-face, and we publish press releases about the results of the surveys, and the data sets are available to other researchers to write articles and so on. So another slide. So why we are building a probability-based panel? Basically, the reasons are the same as for everybody else. We've seen that we lose the ability to reach the target population with face-to-face mode, and the COVID-19 pandemic really intensified this trend. So the time we need to conduct a survey face-to-face and the costs are really, the costs are tripled, and the time as like 6 times, we need 6 times more time to conduct a survey. So, and as for a public research institution, it is really important to have a probability-based online panel. The next slide. So what about the sampling? It is important to know that in the Czech Republic, it's not possible to access a population register, even for the research institution. So we have to rely on the register of census districts and buildings. So basically, we are sampling buildings or addresses. So we approached this thing with a multi-stage stratified sampling, and the stratifications is basically based on the regions and on the size of the municipality or the municipality populations. So in the sampling phases, we first sample municipality, then the address, then the household, and then the person. And we usually reach for the population 15 plus, and that's something what we also do in our online panel. The next slide. So, as I said, the sampling procedure is first we sample a municipality, and the selection of the municipality is based on the number of inhabitants of the municipality. Then we sample a sequence of 6 addresses or buildings. We have some limits to not oversample the small municipalities or the same addresses, and then we have to move to the interviewers actually, and let on the interviewers to select the household and to select the respondent. So basically, the addresses can be addressed with one address with one household or multiple households. And on the side, the interviewer have to make a list of the household on the address, and then randomly select the household, and then if he is able to contact the selected household, also to make the list of the members of the household, and again randomly select the respondent. Both random selections are actually via the tablet, so the respondent can really manipulate the random selection. The next slide. So when we actually interviewer have to revisit the selected household 3 times. Now you can see on the image that we have something what we call successful and unsuccessful visit. However, also from the unsuccessful visit, we can still recruit the respondents. The successful visit is the ideal scenario. That means that respondent can really can reach the household. Then he can make a list of the members of the household, and then randomly select the panelists. The panelists agree to participate, and we have a panelist. In case of unsuccessful visit, it means that he is not able really to make an appointment with the selected household, and with the selected household, or with the selected respondents. That may mean that he was able to to make a list of the household members, but he was not able to meet the person who was chosen. So in that case, we have materials like leaflets and letters and so on. He can leave it in the household, and they can still approach us via the KV selection, that means online, or they can call us, and we then really can make all the steps. Or if the household is not really approachable, he can still leave there all the materials, and some households then decide to participate. The next slide. No, that's the previous, I think. Yes, this one. So what we experienced till now when building the panel, actually that's an overall distrust in society. And what we have to still stress, that our activity is not about selling goods, offering goods, that we are not really that we don't want to sell something to people. Potential respondents really don't want to let in the interviewers inside the building, and that's why the materials actually are important, because you can give them materials, and some of them maybe will enter the panel, and they will enter the panel when they verify that first we really exist, we are an reputable institution. They really people verifying the existence of myself or my colleagues. They writing in emails, they phone us. And we have also information on our website, but it seems that it's not sufficient, that they have to somehow check it like personally, and they need some kind of feedback. And but still, even if they are in the panel, they don't want to give us some information. We pay incentive to the respondents, but some of them just refuse to be paid because they don't want to give us a number of their account and so on. So basically the feedback from the field is that people are very cautious who is approaching them, why they are doing, and they just do not believe that they can participate and can be paid for that. The next slide. And one thing we have to really take into account in the Czech Republic is that not all of the population is online. Only 86% of the general population is online. So we have an online panel, but we still have to address this issue. And we addressed it by having a member of the family who is assisting the panelist, who's not offline and not skilled to use the technology, or we send there an interviewer to conduct and face-to-face interviews. Currently, we have 21 people like this that we send them an interviewers, which is which does not correspond, then it's not a 13 or 14% of the sample. Our experience is that these people very often leave the panel after one wave of the panel. The internet use is really age-related in the Czech Republic, and this is an older population which really find the membership in a panel as a burden. The interviews, even if we aim for 20 minutes, are too long for them, because in face-to-face with older population, it can take up to 45 minutes or so. The next slide. So, and here are some numbers, first numbers from our trials. Till now, we have we have conducted 4 data collections. I just don't count some of the pilots or some of the tests. And in the wave 2, which was I think in November 2023, the response rate from sent invitations was 85%, and from the total visited addresses 21%. This is quite typical for all the 4 waves that we have, like this 20% or 19% the overall response rate, and about 75 to or 80%, 85% of the response rate from the invitation sent. As you can see, what is from the basic characteristic, what the population in the online panel is, or the respondents in the online panel are significantly more educated. That's the thing that we see in all the ways, the higher education. And as you can see, the age is not such a problem. So the thing is that we are able to hire older people, but these older people are very specific. It's a specific population of older people who is definitely more educated than the general population of people 65 plus years in the Czech Republic. So the next slide. And what we want to, actually, this is the last slide. As we have time series on face-to-face, we compare some key questions from face-to-face to online panel. And what you can see that like trust in government, interest in politics, or the voter turnout are significantly higher in the online panel. So till now, there are some specific people who want to participate in the online panel.